Recognizing self-doubt as a natural part of growth is a transformative step for any leader. It is important to understand that self-doubt, often perceived as a weakness, is actually a sign of deep engagement and care for the responsibilities and roles we undertake. Till says, when we experience self-doubt, it shows that we are conscious of the significance of our actions and the impact they have on others. This awareness is not a limitation, but a reflection of our commitment to doing our best. By acknowledging self-doubt as a natural part of the human experience, leaders can begin to reframe their perspective on it, viewing it not as a barrier, but as an opportunity for self-awareness and growth. Self-doubt often arises when we are stepping into new roles or facing unfamiliar challenges. It is a natural response to situations where the outcomes are uncertain or where the stakes feel high. These moments of doubt are not indicators of failure or inadequacy. Instead, they are part of the process of stretching beyond our comfort zones. Growth inherently involves uncertainty because it pushes us into territories where we have not yet established mastery or confidence. Leaders who recognize this dynamic can embrace self-doubt as a signal that they are growing and evolving. Rather than being immobilized by it, they can use it as a motivator to learn, adapt, and improve. An essential aspect of understanding self-doubt is recognizing its roots. It often stems from fear of failure, judgment, or not living up to expectations. These fears are deeply human and universal, yet they can be amplified in leadership positions where the pressure to perform and the visibility of decisions are heightened. By identifying these fears and acknowledging their presence, leaders can begin to dismantle the power they hold. This process involves introspection and honesty, asking questions such as, "What am I afraid of?" or "What is the worst that could happen?" In doing so, leaders can often find that the scenarios they imagine are less catastrophic than they initially feared. This realization can bring a sense of clarity and calm. Self-doubt can also serve as a valuable mirror, reflecting areas where we can grow. For example, if a leader doubts their ability to communicate effectively in high-pressure situations, this doubt may highlight a skill they can work on. Rather than avoiding or suppressing self-doubt, leaders can use it as an opportunity to identify gaps in their knowledge or abilities and take proactive steps to address them. This approach transforms self-doubt from a source of paralysis into a catalyst for personal development. It shifts the narrative from "I'm not good enough" to "What can I do to improve?" Another important step in recognizing self-doubt as a natural part of growth is understanding that it often accompanies ambition and a desire to excel. Leaders who strive for excellence are more likely to question themselves because they hold themselves to high standards. While this drive can lead to exceptional outcomes, it can also create moments of doubt when perfection feels unattainable. By reframing self-doubt as a byproduct of ambition, leaders can learn to appreciate it as evidence of their dedication and passion. It becomes a reminder of their commitment to continuous improvement rather than a reason to question their worth. It is also worth noting that self-doubt can foster humility, which is an essential quality for effective leadership. Leaders who acknowledge their doubts are less likely to fall into the trap of overconfidence or arrogance. Instead, they remain open to feedback, collaboration, and new ideas. This humility allows them to connect authentically with others, creating an environment where team members feel valued and heard. In this way, self-doubt can enhance a leader's ability to build trust and foster a culture of mutual respect. It reminds leaders that they do not need to have all the answers and that seeking input from others is a strength, not a weakness. Moreover, recognizing self-doubt as a natural part of growth helps leaders to normalize it within their teams and organizations. When leaders are transparent about their own moments of doubt, they create a safe space for others to do the same. This openness reduces the stigma around self-doubt and encourages a culture where people feel comfortable expressing their uncertainties. In such an environment, individuals are more likely to seek support, share ideas, and collaborate effectively. By modeling this vulnerability, leaders demonstrate that self-doubt is not something to be hidden or ashamed of, but a shared experience that can lead to deeper connections and collective learning. It is also helpful to remember that self-doubt often coexists with strengths and achievements. Just because a leader experiences doubt does not negate their capabilities or accomplishments. In fact, some of the most successful leaders admit to having moments of self-doubt throughout their careers. This duality underscores the importance of not letting self-doubt define one's identity or worth. Leaders can hold space for both their doubts and their confidence, recognizing that the presence of one does not cancel out the other. This balanced perspective allows them to move forward with courage, even when doubt lingers in the background. Another important aspect of addressing self-doubt is recognizing the role of external influences. Societal pressures, cultural expectations, and comparisons to others can all amplify feelings of inadequacy. Leaders who are aware of these external factors can work to distance themselves from unrealistic standards and focus on their own unique strengths and values. This self-awareness helps them to stay grounded and to resist the temptation to measure their worth solely by external benchmarks. Instead, they can define success on their own terms, based on their purpose and the impact they seek to create. Finally, it is worth emphasizing that self-doubt does not diminish a leader's potential or ability to make a difference. On the contrary, it can serve as a powerful reminder of their humanity and authenticity. Leaders who embrace their doubts with courage and curiosity demonstrate resilience and self-awareness, qualities that inspire others to do the same. By recognizing self-doubt as a natural and inevitable part of the growth process, leaders can transform it into a source of strength and learning, enabling them to navigate challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Building confidence through small, consistent actions is one of the most effective strategies for overcoming self-doubt and growing as a leader. Confidence is not an inherent trait that some people are simply born with. It is a skill that can be cultivated over time through deliberate practice and persistence. By focusing on incremental steps rather than monumental leaps, leaders can develop a strong foundation of self-assurance that enables them to face challenges with resilience and poise. This process begins with understanding that confidence is built in moments of action, no matter how small those actions may seem. Small, consistent actions have a cumulative effect, much like drops of water eventually filling a bucket. Each step forward, no matter how modest, reinforces a leader's belief in their abilities. These actions do not need to be grand or attention-grabbing. They can be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, setting aside time for self-reflection, or making a single decision with intention. What matters is the regularity and intentionality behind these actions. Over time, they create a track record of success and progress that serves as tangible evidence of a leader's capabilities. One of the reasons this approach is so powerful is that it removes the pressure to achieve instant results or perfection. Leaders often feel overwhelmed by the idea that they must accomplish something extraordinary to prove their worth. This mindset can be paralyzing, leading to inaction and further eroding confidence. By focusing on small, manageable actions, leaders can bypass this paralysis and make steady progress. Each step taken is a victory in itself, providing a sense of accomplishment and momentum that fuels further efforts. Consistency is a critical element in this process. Taking one action and stopping is not enough to build lasting confidence. It is the repeated practice of these actions that creates enduring self-belief. Consistency fosters discipline and reinforces positive habits, enabling leaders to navigate challenges with greater ease. It also demonstrates commitment and perseverance, qualities that are integral to effective leadership. By showing up every day and taking intentional steps toward their goals, leaders send a powerful message to themselves and others. They are dedicated to growth and willing to put in the effort required to succeed. An important aspect of building confidence through small actions is setting realistic goals. Unrealistic or overly ambitious goals can lead to frustration and burnout, undermining confidence rather than enhancing it. Leaders who set achievable targets create opportunities for consistent wins, which reinforce their sense of competence. These goals should be specific, measurable, and aligned with the leader's broader vision. For example, instead of aiming to become a better communicator, a leader might set a goal to give constructive feedback to a team member once a week. This specific action is both manageable and impactful, contributing to the leader's growth over time. Another benefit of focusing on small actions is that it allows leaders to experiment and learn without fear of significant consequences. Not every action will lead to success, and that is okay. Mistakes and setbacks are an inevitable part of the learning process. By starting small, leaders create a low-risk environment where they can test new approaches, gather feedback, and refine their strategies. This iterative process not only builds confidence, but also fosters adaptability and problem-solving skills. Leaders who embrace this mindset view setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and improve. Self-reflection plays a vital role in this journey. As leaders take small, consistent actions, it is important to pause and reflect on their progress. This practice helps them to recognize their achievements, identify areas for improvement, and celebrate their growth. Reflection also provides clarity and perspective, allowing leaders to see how far they have come and to appreciate the impact of their efforts. This sense of accomplishment serves as a powerful motivator, encouraging leaders to continue taking steps toward their goals. Building confidence also involves recognizing and challenging self-limiting beliefs. Many leaders carry internal narratives that undermine their sense of worth, such as "I'm not good enough" or "I don't deserve success." These beliefs can be deeply ingrained and difficult to overcome, but small, consistent actions provide a way to counteract them. Each step taken is a tangible reminder that these negative thoughts are not reflective of reality. Over time, the accumulation of positive experiences and achievements can help to rewrite these narratives, replacing self-doubt with self-belief. Support from others can also enhance this process. Confidence is not built in isolation. It often requires encouragement and validation from those around us. Leaders who surround themselves with supportive mentors, colleagues, and peers create a network of reinforcement that bolsters their confidence. These individuals can provide constructive feedback, celebrate successes, and offer guidance during challenging times. By seeking out and nurturing these relationships, leaders create a foundation of trust and connection that supports their growth. The importance of mindset cannot be overstated when building confidence. Leaders who adopt a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through effort and learning, are more likely to embrace the process of taking small, consistent actions. This mindset encourages resilience and persistence, even in the face of obstacles. It also fosters a sense of curiosity and exploration, prompting leaders to seek out new opportunities for growth and improvement. By viewing challenges as opportunities rather than threats, leaders can approach their journey with optimism and determination. Finally, it is important to recognize that confidence is not a linear journey. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and uncertainty along the way. However, the foundation built through small, consistent actions provides the stability needed to weather these moments. Each action taken serves as a reminder of the leader's progress and potential, reinforcing their belief in their ability to overcome challenges. This resilience enables leaders to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead feels unclear. Harnessing vulnerability as a leadership strength requires a shift in perspective about what it means to lead. Many people mistakenly associate leadership with unshakable confidence, flawless decision-making, and an image of invulnerability. However, real leadership is far more complex and nuanced. At its core, leadership is about connecting with others, inspiring trust, and fostering collaboration. Vulnerability, often seen as a weakness, is actually one of the most powerful tools a leader can use to achieve these goals. It allows leaders to connect authentically with their teams, build deeper relationships, and create an environment where people feel safe to share, innovate, and grow. Vulnerability starts with honesty and openness. Leaders who are willing to acknowledge their uncertainties, mistakes, and limitations demonstrate a level of humility that resonates deeply with those around them. Instead of pretending to have all the answers, they create space for dialogue, input, and collective problem-solving. This approach not only enriches the decision-making process, but also shows team members that their perspectives are valued. When people feel heard and included, they are more likely to engage fully, contribute their ideas, and take ownership of their work. One of the most significant benefits of vulnerability is its ability to foster trust. Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, whether personal or professional, and it is essential for effective leadership. And two, when leaders are vulnerable, they show that they are human and relatable, which breaks down barriers and encourages others to open up as well. This mutual openness creates a culture of transparency and psychological safety, where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, challenges, and even failures. In such an environment, collaboration thrives, and the team becomes more cohesive and resilient. Another important aspect of vulnerability is its role in showing empathy. Leadership is not just about achieving results. It is about understanding and supporting the people who make those results possible. Leaders who are vulnerable demonstrate that they are willing to step into the shoes of others, acknowledge their struggles, and offer support. This empathetic approach strengthens relationships and creates a sense of belonging within the team. It also sets an example for others, encouraging them to approach their work and relationships with compassion and understanding. Vulnerability also enhances a leader's ability to inspire and motivate. People are more likely to be inspired by leaders who are authentic and genuine rather than those who project an image of perfection. When leaders share their challenges, fears, or moments of doubt, they show that it is possible to overcome adversity and succeed despite imperfections. This relatability makes their stories more compelling and their messages more impactful. It also inspires others to embrace their own vulnerabilities and approach challenges with courage and resilience. One of the misconceptions about vulnerability is that it equates to oversharing or displaying weakness. However, vulnerability is not about exposing every detail of one's personal life or seeking sympathy. It is about being honest and authentic in a way that serves the team and the organization. For example, a leader might admit to feeling uncertain about a new initiative, while also expressing confidence in the team's ability to navigate the challenge together. This balanced approach demonstrates vulnerability without undermining credibility or authority. Vulnerability can also strengthen decision-making processes. Leaders who are vulnerable are more likely to seek input, ask questions, and consider diverse perspectives before making decisions. This openness leads to more informed and thoughtful choices as it takes into account a wider range of insights and expertise. Additionally, by involving others in the decision-making process, leaders foster a sense of ownership and accountability among their team members. This collaborative approach not only improves outcomes, but also strengthens the team's collective confidence and cohesion. Another powerful aspect of vulnerability is its role in embracing and learning from failure. No leader is immune to setbacks or mistakes, and pretending otherwise can create unrealistic expectations and unnecessary stress. Leaders who are willing to acknowledge their failures openly and use them as learning opportunities set a powerful example for their teams. They show that failure is not something to be feared or avoided, but a natural and valuable part of growth. This mindset encourages innovation, risk-taking, and continuous improvement as team members feel empowered to experiment and learn without fear of judgment. Vulnerability also plays a critical role in navigating change and uncertainty. In times of upheaval or transition, leaders often feel pressure to project confidence and control. While these qualities are important, they must be balanced with honesty and transparency. A leader who acknowledges the challenges and uncertainties of a situation while demonstrating a commitment to finding solutions fosters trust and credibility. This approach reassures team members that their leader is both realistic and capable, which helps to build resilience and adaptability within the organization. It is also worth noting that vulnerability requires courage. It takes bravery to admit to not having all the answers, to ask for help, or to acknowledge feelings of doubt or fear. However, this courage is precisely what makes vulnerability so powerful. By stepping outside of their comfort zones and embracing their humanity, leaders demonstrate strength and authenticity that inspire others to do the same. This courage not only strengthens the leader's own confidence, but also creates a ripple effect throughout the organization, encouraging others to take risks, share their ideas, and support one another. Leaders who harness vulnerability as a strength also empower their teams to do the same. When people see their leader modeling vulnerability, they are more likely to feel comfortable being open about their own challenges and uncertainties. This openness fosters a culture of collaboration and mutual support. where people feel safe to share ideas, ask questions, and seek help when needed. In such an environment, innovation and creativity flourish, as people are free to explore new possibilities without fear of judgment or failure. Vulnerability is also a pathway to self-awareness. Leaders who embrace vulnerability are more likely to engage in introspection and reflection, which helps them to better understand their strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. This self-awareness is essential for effective leadership, as it enables leaders to make more informed decisions, build stronger relationships, and continuously improve their skills. It also demonstrates to others that growth is a lifelong journey, and that self-improvement is an integral part of leadership.